On June 22nd, something rare happens in the sky, a Moon-Venus conjunction, opening what mystics call the love portal. But this isn't the kind of love you think. It's not about someone else. It's not about romance. This portal is sacred. And if you've been feeling confused, alone, or deeply reflective lately, it wasn't random. It was preparation. Let's dive in. The Venus-Moon portal isn't something that opens with noise, ceremony, or collective excitement. It's an intimate whisper from the universe that only the quiet can hear. Unlike traditional full moons or collective rituals that thrive in gatherings, this portal demands your undivided stillness. It's a frequency that doesn't broadcast, it listens. If your world has suddenly gone quiet, if invitations have dried up, or you've found yourself alone more than usual, this isn't social decay. It's sacred design. This alignment is intensely personal, crafted like a love letter from the cosmos to your soul alone. And like any sacred message, it requires silence to be received. Not just outer silence, but inner stillness. Your thoughts, your distractions, your scrolling, your planning, it all has to pause, because what's being transmitted can't compete with chaos. It's delicate, subtle, and only those tuned to solitude will even recognize it. This is your invitation to pull back, not out of fear, but out of reverence. So, if lately you've felt the urge to disconnect, don't fight it. Don't fill the void with noise or people just to avoid the quiet. That silence you're feeling? It's not loneliness, it's alignment. It's the clearing of space for something higher, something divine, something just for you. The portal isn't activated by group energy. It's activated by you being fully present with yourself. That's where the real love story begins. If June felt unusually isolating, like the universe hit pause on your relationships, routines, or even your motivation, you weren't being punished. You were being prepared. What you experienced was a spiritual quarantine, a sacred stillness where old energies were being quietly dismantled. You may not have realized it, but you were in a divine detox. People, plans, and patterns were removed not to hurt you, but to heal you. You weren't being abandoned, you were being aligned. Just like a body needs rest to recover from illness, your soul needed solitude to recover from spiritual clutter. The confusion, the fatigue, the sense of being stuck this month wasn't stagnation, it was recalibration. The silence you were wrapped in served a purpose. It kept the noise of the world at bay so that higher truths could settle in. You weren't meant to keep pushing forward. You were meant to stop, to feel, to release. Now that the energy begins to shift, you may feel lighter, like something invisible has lifted off your chest. That's not your imagination. That's the result of shedding energetic baggage you didn't even know you were carrying. June was a turning point, even if it didn't look dramatic on the surface. It prepared the soil. And now, with the Venus-Moon portal opening, you're finally ready to plant something real, something yours, something new. So many times we hear about cosmic portals and think, this is it. The universe is finally bringing me my person. But this portal is different. This isn't about attracting someone else into your life. It's about returning to yourself. This alignment between Venus and the Moon isn't writing a love story between two people. It's scripting a sacred reunion between you and the forgotten parts of your soul. The ones you buried under expectations, roles, and survival. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you. This portal is asking, when was the last time you loved yourself without needing someone else to validate it? Not the curated version of you, not the version you perform to be accepted, but the one who feels deeply, who cries easily, who still has dreams they haven't said out loud. That's the you this portal is trying to reconnect with. Not to fix you, but to feel you. To make space for wholeness that doesn't depend on anyone else showing up. And here's the truth. Once you anchor into that level of self-love, every relationship in your life will shift. Because when you stop seeking completion in others, you stop accepting crumbs. This portal is not about soulmate arrival, it's about soul retrieval. The parts of you that were once silenced, softened, or sacrificed, they're coming back. And when you meet yourself there, raw, honest, unfiltered, you'll finally understand what real love feels like. If you're an empath, you already know how heavy the world can feel, how easily other people's pain becomes your own. You walk into a room and sense what no one says. You hear between the lines, feel beneath the surface. But here's the thing. This portal isn't asking you to keep absorbing everyone else's chaos. It's asking you to release it, to stop filtering the world through other people's wounds. You weren't meant to be a sponge. You were meant to be a light. This portal is your permission slip to let go. Let go of the stories that aren't yours, the healing that isn't your responsibility, the emotions you've been holding that didn't originate from your own heart. You've been a sanctuary for others, but now the universe is asking you to be a sanctuary for yourself. Your emotional space has been overcrowded for too long, and in the silence of this alignment, you're being called back to your own center. Reclaiming your space doesn't make you selfish, it makes you sovereign. This portal isn't a test of how much you can carry. It's a lesson in what you're finally ready to put down. Because healing doesn't always mean doing more for others. Sometimes the bravest thing an empath can do is to stop rescuing everyone else and finally start choosing themselves. Let this portal be the moment you return home to your own energy. This portal doesn't care about how polished your spiritual practice looks on the outside. Venus isn't counting your crystal collection or tracking your full moon rituals. What she wants is something far more rare: truth. Real, messy, honest emotion. She wants the feelings you usually hide, the parts you bury beneath positivity, the grief you turned into a joke, the anger you never gave permission to speak. This isn't about looking awakened, it's about being awake with yourself. The real initiation here isn't a perfect meditation session or a manifesting journal filled with high vibes. It's sitting alone, maybe even crying, and finally telling the truth to yourself. It's whispering the words you've been too afraid to say. I feel lost. I'm angry. I miss them. I'm scared I'm not enough. That's the real sacred work, not performance, but presence. This portal is stripping away the image to reveal the essence. And here's the powerful part. When you show up to yourself with emotional transparency, the universe responds in kind. You become magnetic, not by pretending everything is okay, but by owning what's real. That raw honesty is the signal. That's the portal's true password. Venus isn't here to make you look enlightened. She's here to help you feel whole. And that can only happen when you finally stop hiding from your own heart. Right now, something beyond you is paying attention, not with judgment, but with deep awareness. A subtle intelligence, like a cosmic algorithm, is reading your energy. It's not interested in what you say you want. It's listening to what you truly resonate with. This portal isn't about earning blessings through effort. It's about alignment. Your current frequency is the invitation, and what's coming next is perfectly matched to it. That's why your choices, your emotions, even your silence, matter more than ever. And if you've felt confused lately, mentally scattered, emotionally overwhelmed, or unsure of who you even are, that's not a malfunction. That's a sign you're receiving. The portal isn't using logic to deliver its message, it's using feeling. Confusion is the softening of the mental walls that normally block spiritual downloads. It's the soul's way of slipping past your defenses, sneaking in truth through dreams, tears, music, or moments of silence. Don't fight the fog. Lean into it. Because sometimes the portal doesn't speak in words, it speaks in waves. The forgetfulness, the emotional swings, the sudden shifts in awareness, they are transmissions. Clarity is coming, but not the kind you're used to. This isn't clarity of mind, it's clarity of soul. And the only way to receive it is to stop trying to figure it out and start feeling your way through. Trust that in the middle of this confusion, your next alignment is quietly being written. This portal isn't about chasing love, manifesting a soulmate, or becoming more attractive. It's about becoming recognizable to the love that's already meant for you. The Venus-Moon alignment is refining you, not for someone else, but for yourself. You're not magnetizing love through effort or performance. You're shifting into a frequency where love simply finds you because you've become the very energy it seeks. True love doesn't need to be hunted. It arrives when you become the version of yourself that no longer hides. But don't expect the universe to send you a flashing neon sign or dramatic revelation. The signals coming through this portal are quiet, almost imperceptible, but deeply sacred. A certain word someone says, a sudden wave of nostalgia, a dream that lingers longer than usual. These are the whispers of alignment. They bypass the noise of your day and speak straight to the core of who you are. You won't catch them if you're distracted or desperate. You'll only feel them if you're still, aware, and willing to listen. Because the louder the world gets, the more softly the universe speaks. It's not because the messages are weak, it's because they're meant for you, not the crowd. This is personal guidance, not public broadcast. So when something tugs at your heart unexpectedly, when your intuition lights up over a song lyric or a memory, don't dismiss it. That's the universe making contact. That's love, recognizing love. And it only happens when you're quiet enough to become the signal yourself. In the next 24 hours, expect a moment, small, subtle, but unmistakably divine. It might come as a dream, a sudden thought, an unexpected message, or a deep inner knowing that wasn't there before. That's not coincidence, it's confirmation. It's your proof that the portal is alive and working. But here's the secret. It won't arrive if you're rushing, scrolling, or second-guessing. This moment is sacred. And if you pause long enough to recognize it, honor it, and receive it with reverence, it will open the door to even more. The universe is watching how you respond to the small signs before it sends the bigger ones. That's why stillness matters. Because alignment doesn't roar, it whispers. You don't need to force anything, you just need to notice. And in that noticing, you become magnetic to the magic. The portal is not a performance, it's a vibration. And the more silent and receptive you are, the more the sacred reveals itself in ways you never imagined. Watch closely for the number 111, a sacred code tied to this portal. It's not just a random number, it's a signal that you are aligned, and it's a divine nudge reminding you to choose yourself again. June 21st is the portal's peak, your golden window. If you can stay present, calm, and clear in the next 24 hours, something will shift. Maybe not in loud, obvious ways, but in ways that your soul will recognize instantly. Subtle, profound, real. If this message spoke to you, comment 111 to anchor your alignment. Like this, if the portal has already touched your soul, subscribe to stay in tune with the cosmic rhythms ahead. This portal didn't open by accident. It opened for you. Stay still, stay soft. Something sacred is near.